In the United Support, we've dedicated year 2025 to a personality known as Ben Carson. How many of you have heard the name of Ben Carson before? All right, that's fine. Okay, as it stands today, Ben Carson is an African American and is the best neurosurgeon in the world. But remember when Ben Carson was in school like you, his class teacher looked at him and called him a black monkey. Do you know why he was called a black monkey? Of course, because he's an African, but also because he was the dullest child in his class. I read a book written by Ben Carson, The Gifted Hands, where he said he normally comes top of the class from the bottom. Do you know what that means? It means when you start counting first position from the last, Ben Carson will be the first all the time. But thank God for Ben Carson's mother, who picked him up and nursed him into becoming the best neurosurgeon the world might ever know. That's why for me, I'm in love with my mom. How many of you love your mom? Okay, after now, every ambassador will be representing the school in a mathematics ambassadors competition in the FCT to defend the award they are getting this morning. So it doesn't end here. All right, you'll be defending this award in a mathematics ambassadors competition in the FCT. You'll be representing your school. And at that point, my organization gives out about 2.5 million naira to those of you who will be outstanding. I can show you video evidences and picture evidences from other states. Do you understand that? Okay, then number 3 and finally, we live in a world that is no longer driven by certificates alone, but by what I can call certificate and certificate. Do you understand that? It means you have to be educated and skillful to be relevant in today's society. That's why for everyone we are awarding, we are equipping you with a skill that you're not paying for. It's an ICT skill like robotics, coding, animation, and the rest. ICT skill, and they will be trained for free. If I your child to represent the school in the mathematics competition, the form is right here. It gives them access to the platform. When we call for it, bring it, because it's an access, it gives them access to the platform. Ben Carson is no longer in the United States of America, but he's standing right here among you. You understand that? We also believe that the next Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is nowhere to be found, but he's right here standing among you. Can you say amen to that? Yeah. All right, thank you very much. Then finally, before we go into the presentation, this information is very useful for our parents, so I will appeal that you listen attentively. What's the benefit of what we are doing this morning for your child? Like, what's the big deal about it? What benefit accrues to your child from what we are doing here this morning? There are about 3 benefits, and I'll mention them very quickly, then we'll go into the presentation and leave. Now, the first benefit. Benefit number 1. Now, before your child is being awarded today, it means that the yardstick for measuring the presentation is the fact that they happen to be one of the best in mathematics in their various classes. That's the yardstick for measuring the presentation. But after we award them this morning, officially they'll become mathematics ambassadors representing our organization here in school. And the implication of that is very simple. If your child was a Mary or a John or a Musa or a Sadiq before now, after being awarded this morning, they are going to be known as Ambassador John or Ambassador Mary. Do you understand what we are trying to say? That's the first implication of what we are doing. Now, awardees, listen to me attentively. If after we award you today, if mommy mistakenly calls you by your name at home, or daddy mistakenly calls you by your name at home, if your class teacher or your friend mistakenly calls you by your name in class, you can respectfully remind them to add the ambassador title to it. Do you understand that? That's the first.
My name is Mrs. Okoro Gladys. I am Great Obia Ochiche Maria mother. And I'm here today to follow him to collect the award as an ambassador in mathematics. Actually, it's a great privilege for being among the ones, the parents that will receive this award on behalf of their of the son or children. So I would say that this foundation, the Real Life Foundation International, that they are doing a great work. Is a way of catching them young. You know, people have that impression that mathematics is always hard, and they don't even like to attend the mathematics class. But with this award now, it will motivate so many students to be interested in mathematics.
My name is Emmanuel Okoy. We have 2 kids here, Stephanie Okoy and Shona Okoy, and both of them are receiving this prestigious award. And I'm so happy that in their own time they can make history for themselves and for we parents. I feel so good with this award because it's going to really propel them in taking more steps in getting this mathematics of a thing. So many people don't really love mathematics because they think mathematics is difficult. But for a child coming out with this kind of award, it helps the child to keep giving more, to know more.
My name is Mrs. Abimole Ezeneyi. My child is in grade 2 Twinkle and the Bay School, this Alaji, Abuja. I feel thrilled upon hearing that my daughter has been nominated as an ambassador for mathematics. I was surprised. It's really a good thing, and I'm sure it will assist to continuously encourage the child to do better.
My name is Mr. Cyril Ebu Chukodi. So I have my two daughters here, one in JS1 and the other one in grade 4. The SS1, the JS1 student is Diane Chukodi Chisom. Then the grade 4 child is Daniela Chidiogo Chukodi. Just like one of the mathematics teachers said, that it is good to groom children from this early stage, especially when it matters to mathematics. Because like most of us that felt that mathematics was bad, was a very difficult subject, was because we didn't start it on time. But if you start on time like this for students, it becomes part of them. Because even if it was after my growing up and becoming an adult very well, I know that there's nothing in mathematics, because mathematics borders in just the same board mass, multiplication, brackets and all that, you know. So, but it's a good thing if they are being encouraged and you know, there's a program for them to get used to mathematics and science. It's a very good thing. I appreciate the school for this effort. You know, it's not always easy, and it's a good gesture from the school, and I quite appreciate it. And I also want to, you know, encourage them to do more, both in pure sciences. You understand me, on these children, and also try to, you know, look at their individual differences and look at how they can meet their individual differences needs. That's just part of word of encouragement to them, and I appreciate whatever thing they are doing for these children. Yeah.
My name is Mr. Abubakar Isiaka. I'm a father to Anissa Abubakar, which is part of the award that was given to the pupils. In fact, I'm pleased to meet you again. I still remain the FCT representative for the United Support for Science and Mathematics project. We are Pinky and the Brain School. We are here today. It's a school in Kubwa. So far, we've been to several schools in Kubwa. We've been to the Eucharistic Heart of Jesus School, International School. We've been to the Kingdom Heritage Model School. We've been to Fadeswek, Glory Landers. We've been to Noble Guide. You know, we've been to Metro. We've been to a lot of them. We are doing this because we live in a generation and in a time where children have this negative perception about mathematics. They don't love it. Most of them don't even like their mathematics teachers at all. You can be any witness. Even you viewers, I believe when you were in school, you probably didn't like mathematics. You understand that? We simply want to change the negative mindset children have about mathematics, knowing fully well that if the negative mindsets are changed, they will fall in love with mathematics, and by extension, they will do well in mathematics. We don't just end here. We don't just stop here. We don't just stop at awarding them as ambassadors of mathematics, but we go a step further to enroll them in mathematics competition and then in a free skill acquisition, ICT skill acquisition program. So this is why we are doing this, because we want to build a new generation of innovators, and we so much believe in the united support that this can be found in these children. That's why we are doing this. Thank you for your time, and have a